Hi everybody, so today we're going to make an art piece inspired by Faith Ringgold, and first we can take a look at her artwork. She's an African-American artist who makes her artwork on quilts, so you'll see my art example is in a quilt style with squares and a drawing in the middle. We're going to look at her art piece called Tar Beach. So this is Tar Beach, and you'll see the characters flying above the bridge and the city, and then you'll notice the family that lives on the roof. And if you listen to Faith Ringgold's book, she explains what it's like to live on the roof of a building. This is a scene from her book Tar Beach, and this is what we're going to kind of mimic our art piece after. There's this quilted edge. Mine's probably a little thicker. I would have made maybe this part bigger, but I had a small piece to work with, so that's okay. So we did the quilted edge, and then I did a picture on the inside, and you can actually listen to Faith Ringgold's book Tar Beach on YouTube. She reads it. She does a reading of it on YouTube, which is nice. So you can listen to that story if you want to listen to that first. Otherwise, we're going to kind of mimic the idea of she has the person in the painting and in the story is a young girl who wants to give her dad this union building so that he has a good job and he has money. So she kind of imagines and dreams that she can fly in the sky and the stars lift her up and carry her over to these places that she can give to her dad. So as you see, I'm choosing to fly over Hamilton Central School because if I could give that to all of you, it would be to be back in this building. So I'm going to go through and show you how I made this. So I'm going to start with square paper. I have a ruler, so I was able to measure that it's 8 by 8, and I kept it an even number because we're going to start with making the edge of the quilts, or of the quilt with, I have some scrapbooking origami type paper. You can use any kind of pattern paper, so if you have a magazine, or if you want to just draw squares along the edges, that's fine. So what I would do is like draw a straight line, divide it up into squares, and draw another one to create that quilt border. So I'm going to mark this paper. I kind of cut my pile in half so that way it's a little easier to cut. Okay, so I'm going to mark 2 inches. I'm going to mark a little bit to the side of the line because the Sharpie's going to leak right through, so I just want to give myself some room up so when I go to cut, I'm going to cut next to the line. So, as you can see, you can like see the Sharpie line. Okay. So again, I'm going to cut next to that Sharpie line, not on it, so that it's not on my paper. I'm going to hold my paper tight so that it doesn't move. And then this paper, let's see how long it is a little less than 6 inches, but we're going to call it 6. So I'm going to make a tiny mark at the 4 and the 2. And with that, I'm going to cut and cut. Okay, so here's my squares for my border. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with this other paper. I'll do it quick on a time lapse. Okay, so now what I can do is glue my squares all around to look like a quilt. So I'm just going to put the glue on my paper, and then I can stick on the square so it goes right to the edge. So I'm going to do that quickly in another time lapse, just so you can see how I do it, but I don't take up too much time. Okay, so this is the space I have for my picture, and remember in Faith Ringgold's art piece, the person is like flying over the city and the bridge, and if you listen to the book, it talks a lot about the bridge. So I'm going to draw, I was thinking that I would draw our school, Hamilton, because I feel like if I could go anywhere, if I wanted us to be anywhere, it would be school. So I'm just going to make kind of a rough sketch of kind of like our entrance. Okay, and then I'm going to add the top of this building in, and then over here it's kind of a window. Okay, whoops. So there's my building of Hamilton Central School, just like that front entrance, and it doesn't say Hamilton Central School, but I might, maybe I'll just write it. So my thought is, if you listen to her book, you know, if you kind of have an imagination about where you want to go, it can, you know, you can go there and you can be there. And where I would really like to be with you is Hamilton Central School. And then I'm just going to draw my person, kind of looking down. So I got the forehead, the nose, chin. Oops. See, that's why Miss Klosky needs to use a pencil. And if I'm flying, my hair's probably a little bit of a mess. Very simple kind of feet. Whoops. Ah, I got glue on my paper, so it's hard to. If you have a printer at home and you want to take a picture and glue that on, that's totally okay. Whatever works best for you. And then my other arm would kind of be up here because I'm flying. Okay, so there's my person flying. I'm just going to Sharpie it real quick. And again, very few details. It's going to be actually kind of hard to Sharpie because my person's so small. In hindsight, maybe I should have used given myself a little bit more space on my paper. Ah. Sorry, I'm having issues with my nose. Okay, so I'm just gonna Sharpie this real fast. So there's my person Sharpied. I would have in hindsight used pencil because I kind of made some mistakes, but it's okay. So now I'm just going to color in. I'm using marker. You're welcome to use crayon, whatever makes you happy. I like made a mistake, so I colored in over there. And then the dress that I wore, like, or I wore a dress, but you can wear anything you want. I was trying to think of something I would wear in school. I wouldn't go in bare feet, but in the story she goes in bare feet, and I feel like it's because it goes along with that she's sleeping. Oops. And then in the story, I really love the, if you listen to the story or have read it before, when she talks about how the stars lift her up. My goodness, I made such a mess of this paper by getting glue on it. Oopsie daisy. Okay. And then I can color Hamilton Central School, which has silver doors. Oops, the silver's kind of running out. Or gray, I guess. And then I know we've got, this is like the area by the cafeteria. It's almost like a bluish gray. I might just make it this darker gray. Oh, it's pretty blue. But I don't think I'll color them all in. I'm going to kind of just make these lines. So I'm making my windows like this so that they're not completely colored in black, but you can tell that they're like windows that have some light going through. So I'll be really interested to hear where you guys would choose to fly over. Maybe some of you would also choose to fly over school. And it's okay if you would not choose that. Okay, and then I have to find like a red that would be a good brick color, which so far I have just red. So I'm going to test out, I might use this color even though it's not super red. Okay, so I'm going to color in the school with this. I know our school's not really brown, but I also feel like it's not fire engine red. So this is Miss Clausy compromising with that O&M not being the best color. Okay, so there's my Hamilton Central School. Now I'm just going to do the sky. So remember, so in Faith Ringgold's picture, she's kind of flying at night, so I'm going to use, I think this would be a good blue. Yeah, it's pretty dark. But I do want to leave some spaces for stars, so I'm going to make some circles that'll be stars, and it might seem like they're kind of big circles, but you'll notice like once you color around them, they get small quickly. So, oops. I'm gonna finish coloring this actually in a time lapse so that you don't have to watch me color it all. So this is my picture, inspired by Faith Ringgold. And again, I hope you enjoyed this art lesson if you made one. We did it in the quilt style with the borders, and then we picked some place to fly over. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll have another lesson for you tomorrow. Have a great day.